So happy to have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the visitors here. They're having a little bit of trouble right now, hanging in the middle of the league.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they've taken a bit of a dive. Still in the top 10, but I'll tell you, the power rankings don't miss much. Any let up and you lose ground.
Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Freeman in at power forward. Here's the Prophet. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, BA, what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
For three, James. The shot off that time. Here's the Prophet. Missed inside. Now Mills. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's the Prophet. Buries it from three. The Prophet's got 6 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
To the left wing, Macklin. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Iverson. Fires in the triple.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Big finish with a one-handed jam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. What separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Pass to the Prophet. Looking to end the run. He buries it from three. He's got 9.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. Your body needs to be able to withstand. Pounding of a long season. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
And here's Mills for 3. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's the Prophet. Connects from downtown. The Prophet's got 14 points.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. It's the 2K leaderboard showing the teams with the most points off turnovers last season.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
Out to the right wing. From deep, Jordan. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Gone 4 of 6 from deep to start this game. Fires the 3. No luck on that one. Gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. He takes it in, and he jams it home with authority.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring level. This strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Three-pointer. Baker grabs the board.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Freeman. Here's the Prophet from deep three-point land. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's the Prophet. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Three-pointer. And again for 3.
And that's it. Mission accomplished.
First place in career threes. It's his and his alone. And so lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Leading by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Welcome back, everyone. Last quarter was a historic one with a new all-time three-point shooting leader crown.
One of the most incredible achievements any player could dream of. He now stands alone as the most prolific three-point shooter.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams. And it's Diaz in at the shooting guard position. James double-teamed. Pass to Iverson. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And they're running. Here's Diaz. Here's the Prophet. Cashes in the corner 3. The Prophet's got 5 points in the quarter.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Pass to Iverson. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. Iverson can't hit.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
So they take the lead. The Prophet's got 24.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. Here's Diaz. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Diaz has got his second basket of the night.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
And after not winning a title for the first 11 years of his career, Drew Holiday finally breaks through in 2021, Coach.
And another in 2024. Wherever Holiday has gone during his career, he's fit like a glove, B.A. He's an experienced veteran and a leader both on and off the floor.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. .11 left in the half. Right side Mills to end the run. Rebounded by Freeman. Freeman's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the Prophet. He's got 24. Here's Diaz. Launches it on target from range. Diaz has got 8 here in this quarter.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Mills, nice dish, and the layup goes down.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Stolen by Mills. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. No problems knocking that one down. James has got 6 points.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Ooh, he dialed that one up from long distance.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Jordan with the bucket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Leading by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And it's time for your fifth half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
You take a look at the visitors. They're finding out anyone can win on any night. That said, once they've adjusted, watch out. Lots of firepower on this roster. They better be grateful for their bench. The reserves are showing up in a big way.
The others you always talk about, big fella, taking some pressure off the starters here. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. And it's Diaz in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Back to Mills. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Mills has got his 3rd bucket of the night. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Here's the Prophet. Off the mark there with a 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
The 3 is up, and the three-pointer goes. The Prophet's got 27 points.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage, making defend out on the perimeter.
You look at the career of Damian Lillard. He's provided some unforgettable moments, Grant.
Oh, yes, he has, B.A. And I remember you were on the call for one of those moments, that unfathomable series-ending buzzer beater he hit against the Thunder.
Macklin nails it from 3. He's got 9.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Let's go with a 3. That one is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. I just missed it.
A quick shot there. It's off target. Pass to Iverson. Lots of room. And he drops that one in. Iverson's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's the Prophet. And all around the rim that time before dropping. The Prophet's got 33.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
From deep three-point land. Puts up a deep 3. Shot's good by Iverson. Iverson's got 16 points now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Wing shot on the way. The Prophet, that's good.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Knocks it down from distance.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc, and that's now his second in this half.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points.
Both of these teams took the second chance opportunities they got last year.
Pass to Iverson. Down low. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
And James puts up a deep 3. Mills, no good.
It would have been a sensational alley-oop finish. Tough to nail the timing of that long pass.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remained red hot from deep.
Pass to Iverson. Fires the 3. The shot's good on the assist by James.
3 points.
Iverson's got 19 points.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's the Prophet. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable! NBA, unbelievable!
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Freeman. Here's the Prophet. He connects again from distance.
Oh my, he is scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. 2 points. That one goes. Iverson's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Fires away from way outside. No good that time. Pass to James. Now here's Mills. Drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not.
The previous play is under review.
Again, and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really close to counting.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. They lead by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And with 3 quarters. Final quarter here, and just over a minute and a half through it. Fires from way outside. To the paint. It's stolen away. Fast break. Here we go. On Friday and on Sunday. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To take the lead. That's good on the jumper. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
Here's the Prophet. Jacks up a 3. Oh, yeah! That's good!
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Another one falls. Amazing! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
James outside. Deflects the pass. Here's the Prophet. Check by James. A minute 42 left in the fourth. He got it again! Sensational! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
Here's the break.
And this was already coming down to the wire, but poor ball control and some fast hands have raised the stakes.
Here's the Prophet. Shot clock at 5. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, let's get report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He told his guys not to lose hope, saying to them, "It's a long game, fellas, and we're in this one, but I need each one of you to step up your intensity right now."
Oh, they pick off the pass, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Oh, another one falls.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. From deep, the free ball is down.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
They swipe it. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. So he comes up empty, missing both. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What's the best strategy for him?
They're looking good, but they can't afford to take their foot off the pedal. They have to lock down the perimeter and prevent a 3.
Takes a 3. It's good. From beyond the arc.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
And so they get the victory here at home. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Damian, even through some tough losses, the resilience of this team is evident. Can you explain it?
We do everything together. Whether we win or we lose, everybody's mood in the locker room is the same. When we get on the bus after games, everything is the same. We just stuck together. It got a little bit rough, over the losing streak. But I think because we did stick together, we was able to come out tonight and be the good team.
It's great to see. Thanks, Dame.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now for our Player of the Game.